A famous human rights lawyer, Mr. Femi Falana, SAN, has reacted to the removal of Sanusi Lamido Sanusi as the Emir of Kano and his banishment from the state. In a statement made available to the Nigeria lawyer TNL, the learned says both the dethronement and the banishment are illegal. Falana says, yesterday the Kano state government held an executive council meeting presided over by Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje. At the said meeting, the Emir of Kano, Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, was accused of having disrespected the governor by not attending official meetings and displaying utter disdain for constituted authority. And without giving the Emir any opportunity to react to the allegations, the Executive Council tried him, found him guilty, and announced his removal from the throne. Apart from deposing the Emir without affording him the opportunity to defend himself, Governor Ganduje was the accuser, the prosecutor, witness, and judge at the inquisition, which lasted for about 5 minutes. At the end of the inquisition, the accused was convicted and sentenced to dethronement. As if the reckless violations of the Emir's right to fair hearing were not sufficient, Governor Ganduje proceeded to order the indefinite restriction of the deposed Emir's movements and indefinite detention at local Nasarawa State. To him, the fundamental rights of Sanusi Lamido Sanusi to personal liberty and freedom of locomotion guaranteed by sections 34, 35, and 41 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, and Article 6 and 12 of the African Charter on Human Rights and People's Rights, Ratification and Enforcement Act Cap A9, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, have also been violated. Since the Kano state government lacks the power to abrogate the fundamental rights of Sanusi Lamido Sanusi without following a procedure permitted by law, his banishment and detention in Nasarawa State are illegal in every material particular. Falana says at the time the British colonial regime engaged in the dethronement, banishment, restriction and movement and detention of traditional rulers who opposed the looting of the resources of the colonial territory of Nigeria, the fundamental rights of all colonial subjects were not recognized in spite of the much touted Magna Carta. Hence, some of the traditional rulers who were deposed and banished to remote islands abroad where they were killed. The Britain colonial regime got away with such atrocities because colonial powers at the material time operated outside the ambit of law and civilized standards. But under the current democratic dispensation in Nigeria, no state government has the power to remove a traditional ruler and subject him to banishment and detention without following due process. The statement reads in part, in the case of Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice Kebbi State versus His Royal Highness Mustapha Jokolo 2013, the Court of Appeal per Adumei JCA heard inter alia, the Governor of Kebbi State has no right to act outside the clear and unambiguous provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 applicable to this case. Section 35. 1 of the said Constitution provides that every citizen of Nigeria is entitled to his personal liberty and no person shall be deprived of such liberty except in the circumstances set out in the subsection A to F. Therefore, Section 40 of the same Constitution provides that every person is entitled to assemble freely and associate with other persons. On the issue at hand, Section 41 of 1 of the Constitution is germane and it provides thus 41. 1. Every citizen of Nigeria is entitled to move freely throughout Nigeria and to reside in any part thereof, and no citizen of Nigeria shall be expelled from Nigeria or refuse entry thereto or exit therefrom. 2. Nothing in subsection 1 of this section shall invalidate in a democratic society. A. Imposing restrictions on the residence or movement of any person who has committed or is reasonable suspected to have committed a criminal offense in order to prevent him from leaving Nigeria, or B, providing for the removal of any person from Nigeria to any other country. 1. Be tried outside Nigeria or any criminal offense, or 2. Undergo imprisonment outside Nigeria in execution of the sentence of a court of law in respect of a criminal offense of which he has been found guilty, provided that there is reciprocal agreement between Nigeria and such other country in relation to such matter. The appellant has not been able to show that the banishment of the first respondent from Gwandu Emirate in Kebbi State and his deportation to Obi in Nasarawa State were in accordance with the clear provisions of Section 41 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999. The banishment and deportation from Kebbi State by the Governor of Kebbi State or on or about the 3rd of June 2005 of the first respondent to Lafia in Nasarawa State and later to Obi, also in Nasarawa State, is most unconstitutional and illegal by the said banishment and deportation. The first respondent has been unduly and wrongfully denied his constitutional right to respect for the dignity of his person, to assemble freely and associate other persons, including the people of Gwandu Emirates of Kebbi State, and to move freely throughout Nigeria and to reside in any part thereof as respectively provided in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999. Therefore, the Kano State government should release Sanusi forthwith and allow him to enjoy his fundamental right to personal liberty and freedom of locomotion, as well as the right to contest his removal from the Kano throne he so desire, if he so desires. So guys, Falana has, shed more light on all of these, because some people are asking, so does it mean even if he's been dethroned, then he will not be able to move freely? Does it mean he's going to be in prison and what have you? A lot of people have been asking questions here and there, and that's why I say Falana has shed more light on all of those things that we don't really understand, because a lot of questions have been coming. People are like, oh, does a governor have the right to do that and what have you? And we try to relate how these monarchs were so powerful in those days, but now reverse is the case. Because everything has been thrown upside down. Everything is just in disarray. We don't even know which is which. Everybody just like, okay, which one is the right thing? Because even those ones who are custodians of the law, those who are the aim of affair, majority of them are turning things upside down because of power, and forgetting that same power that you are using against somebody, you are not going to be there forever. It will still come and haunt you. So I see no reason why somebody would just prefer to go on a temporary enjoyment and what have you. A lot of us, we don't even know the difference between this traditional case and the democratic case. It's all everything is just interwoven. But now that Falana has shed more light on these things, that he has the Kano State government has no right to keep him just without moving, according to what they have quoted. All this law terminology. It takes somebody who is vast. At least those of them will be able to understand it. But at least in a nutshell, what he's trying to say that we can really deduce from all of these things is that they don't have the right to just keep him somewhere, and so that he will be able to even challenge his dethronement and banishment, because you cannot just keep him there without letting him move from places to places according to constitution that SAN is trying to tell us. So it's a good one, because the whole thing is just everyone has been thrown upside down. Everybody just like, oh, what has been happening, what is happening, what is the next line of action to be taken. Someone says power intoxicates more so in Nigeria, where people in authority abuse it and wield it as if there is no tomorrow. Exactly. Dog eating dog. Yes, it's happening. Human rights. It's not in our dictionary. Constitution. It's spelled upside down. Someone say, me too. No, it is not everything you put your mouth. All emirs in the north has budget. Does it apply to Yoruba Obas? Yoruba Obas? If no, then the north has their rules. The government pay heavy salary to them. Keep their palaces. You can keep their houses. I don't understand this person, what this person is trying to say. Someone said, do they respect the constitution? You know, the person is asking Falana whether these people respect constitution. It's true, that's what I'm saying, that you know, even when they know some things, they just want to use their power, to use their influence, and forgetting that it's going to be another person's turn tomorrow. If you don't do the right thing, the law has been put, everything is there for you to do the right thing. But I don't just know something, a place or the position you are not going to be holding for forever, at maximum 8 years. Someone say, where was Femi Falana when Esther Ururu, a 13-year-old girl from Bayelsa State, was locked up by Sanusi in his former palace, all in the name of marrying her off to a guy from Kano State? This one is saying another thing. Someone says, you are very correct, my erudite lawyer. Where are the elites? So guys, let us hear your opinion. In a nutshell, let's hear what you think about what Femi Falana has said. Leave your comments below and let's have your take. Thank you.